Asanteni sana for keeping Vynil space. Yeah. Lazima tu rekebisha watu. Alafu jo, kazi itafutwe na WhatsApp.
Ndio umemalizia hapo?
Umemaliza.
There's Grauchi there. Wow.
Kweli kuna order.
Huyo tu ako tu
sawa. I hope ni order.
Ni order
ni food. Athake was part of this. I don't know why no one ever talks about Athake. Watu wadogo sijui kama najua Athake.
Hiyo jina ina sound familiar.
Gen Z.
Mopao maze sikia si hata wajui kwa kujui maze.
Hiyo jina ina sound familiar.
Nimesikia
So skuzi Dubai imekuwa ni kama ni extension ya Mirema pale. So what we say is, if this is the average, if the average is say 60, make sure you are above average. How does it happen that, let's take energy for example right now. Excuse me, energy boost kabisa.
Yep.
He was a good DJ. He was bubbling under. Things were looking up, but energy just najua. Aya. Nani amecome through? Anaitwa JR. JR pia you can see the effect here. Much as yes tayari King Kaka Empire tayari ilikuwa boost, but you can tell energy had nini. But there are people like Rude Boy.
Yeah, true.
Who is in the same station. But na amekuwa for long. You get so like kunaendanga aje. Again. Mpaka wakuja wachukue Joe Mfalme afanye ile alindoka Aluta ma what is it called?
Aluta.
I think inaitwa hivyo,
yeah, Aluta something inakuanga hiyo walikuwa wanafanya na bala. Na nyimbo kwa station.
I think so, ni hard work I'm saying. Ni venye tu unapusha na venye unaji.
Yeah, so me that would be a message to wale madj wanaingia hapo. Usifikirie hata sana nimefika energy nimeshafika.
You have to work.
Because kuna wase wameko kwa radio, kina Shwazo wako kwa radio. But you can tell wase wote wako kwa radio kuna wenye it's really working for them, kuna wenye
I work.
Wako tu. Au ongei.
Siongei kwa sababu gani? What I'm trying to think ni kenye kwa kichwa yangu ni kuna madj nimekuwa nikipiga gig wa TV. I see those niggas can't play for shit. I think karibu wote saizi wote naambianga ni watoe. Like toa huyo.
Okay.
So mpaka niko like nilikuwa najaribu kukumbuka ni wangapi nani kama
Now what is the issue like ukikaa chini what is the issue that mostly ni TV ama ni both TV and radio? Is it media DJs?
I think ni media. Kwa sababu nafikiri wamezoea kujibamba pale stu.
So you're not used to playing for a live audience.
Alafu I think kwa sababu kuna shift ya si necessary shift ni kulan crowd inataka nini.
That's what I'm saying. You're not used to playing for a live audience. So kwa radio hata ukikuja na set yako leo nataka kufanya hii.
Wewe ni kali. Wewe unajua ni kali
na utaicheza 30 minutes na hakuna mtu atakwambia
yes.
Na get. Alafu kuna tu wale watu I think they're just excited because it's radio, because inaweza comment yangu inaweza somwa. So ndasifu tu hiyo DJ. Kwanza set kali probably ata repost.
Tumefurahia kumwomeachi.
But sasa ukiingia pale Mirema uko na wasio uko na wewe hapa na hapa. Wewe uko hapa na jamaa wako hapa.
Nakwambia ukweli.
Nakwambia ukweli. Alafu ni wengi. Na kila mtu anataka kitu anataka. Na kila mtu lazima umsatisfy. Unajua radio unaweza sema leo nachezea ma cool kid. Na wewe unapiga tu set ya.
Na issue ni ya hivyo.
Set ya hip hop tu zile deep hata wasio.
Lakini that to me naiangalia that begs the question. Inabidi mtu ajue yeye ni nani. Because if you come to understand that I'm a media DJ, I'll do good in the studio. You get? You're able to put in more work. Because na feel ukiwa on radio and you really know radio works for me and you've tried clubs, na una feel bado sijapata vibe. Learn. Now the question is tukona what is the connect between media na clubs? What's one after do? Okay?
True.
So how are DJs paid in the media space?
I saw the podcast imeanza.
Tushaanza bro. We are recording. Actually we are recording.
I'm privileged and I'm honored to have been there to see the transition. You get? Kitambo, there used to be disco DJs, club DJs, club. You know, like, and that was F2, which was a night club. Inaanza saa 3 usiku huko, watu wanalipa kuingia, kani. You know, those were night clubs. I'm not from but at least this, it was fading, but this was still existing. Na kulikuwa na madj kina Ben, nakumbuka Carnival kina Ben, kina Chopsticks, nakumbuka F2 kulikuwa na kina Edu. You know, and those guys stuck to disco. Yani hao walikuwa hiyo night club basically. But then around this time in the early 2000s, clubs kulikuwa na mabata hao. Mabaa zilikuwa tao tena mingi. Zilikuanga tu. Then walikuwa na kama ma3 walikuwa na getting ma mixes. So wanacheza ma mix. So I think some DJs wakaanza tu kuile ku approach ni aje simeanza kama nipige cassette na ikaanza kubamba. That in the mid 2000s, around 2004-5 zilikuwa zimeshika hata kushinda club. Kwa msana imagine naweza ingia hapa 6. Yani kuna DJ, okay, nini nanipeleka kani? Siniyo DJ, live DJ, alafu nini. But naweza ingia hapa 6 na kuna DJ. Na DJ atalibamba tu mpaka 4. Pombe hapa ni cheap. Sina hiyo safari ya kwenda sijui mpaka kani ama sijui mpaka wapi. Yani naweza malizia tu hapa. So they became popular. They became so popular. Hizi mabars at how they became so popular, and that was the beginning of the fall of Vituka Kanina. So people would only go school kuna event. No. School kuna event. Now, this was a set of DJs again. Kumbuka kuna ma DJ wa disco au nikwambia wa night club. Sasa kuna hao ma DJ wamekam ni wa hizi mabaa sasa. DJ wa mabaa wakaanza kutokea. Haya, bado kulikuwa na ma DJ wa mat. Hizi mamata ni kuna ma DJ walikuwa na make too. They specialized in that. Because if you see people like in a Kalonji na nini, they used to make mixes. They never used to play in clubs. They never used to play in clubs. I remember even when we did Pilsen Falme in 2008.
Time ndio kina Simple Simon wana hit the streets.
Kina Simple Simon walikuwa na hit the streets, but they had a resident. Kuna place fulani inaitwa Nyanza Club, ilikuwa inashika reggae mazi. Walikuwa, so they had their own club na nini, but mixes pia walikuwa natoa. But I'm just saying now for the conventional DJs, kuna wasenyo walikuanga, and then there were radio DJs. Like kina Codred, kina Adrian, nani, those guys who were on radio, they were on radio. What they used to do, if they're not on radio, probably, kina Codred had curated some event. Sikiliza was a club at Village Market. So they had a once a month gig. Other than that, utawapata kama kuna event kubwa, unajua MTV sijua na host nini, ama msanii amekuja, there's a concert, but you not find them kwa hizi mabaa ama hizi club. It was very, you know, kila DJ alikuwa anajua this is my niche. And then too somehow I think media started going down when they got coded off radio na nini. They started employing DJs in studios. So kitambo guys used to be like you have a show, you have a syndicate show, you're paid for that show na nini, so the money was good. So I think when they decided sasa tunataka ku-employ DJ, so a DJ is like any other employed person. So you're on a salary nini, hakuna stories that you're paid per show ama pa. I think do ilienda down. And then around this time now, this is towards the late 2000s, these guys started now crossing over. Because bars had become too popular and bars were easy to get the gigs and nini. Kwanza wakawasewa radio, it was easier because they come with that celebrity status. Unaget Junika superstar juu ya radio. Haya wasewa kutengeneza ma mix na Kalonji pia wakaona la hata si tunaingia. Wasewa makani na nini because uko pia kuna die. And to date, that has been one of the biggest problems we have in DJing industry because kila mtu amekam sasa hapa.
Kila mtu aliingia kwa
club. Okay, so what happened? The only difference is hizi mabaa ni kama vile local. Unakumbuka zamani a local was just just local yani.
Local ni local.
Unaget? Yani hata vile inatengenezwa. But siku hizi unaingia kwa local mazee
imepigwa gypsum bro.
So hizo bars za tao pia zilikuanga hivyo. Zilikuanga tu ziko.
Yes.
But as hiyo nini inaanza, so guys were building better and better clubs zinasukwa ndo mpaka zikaanza kuitwa ma lounge. Zamani ilikuwa tu bar and restaurant.
Hizi ni lounge.
Zikaanza mpaka lounge. Kuna nyingine ilikuwa club sound iliundunga tao maziko na white seats, leather seats, nini. So that's just what happened and clubs, and that's how everyone got to now play in the clubs.
That explains why then kuna hiyo utofauti wa DJs kucheza.
There are DJs who kuna ma DJ wanaweza manage both the media space and the club space. Now ni watu wako you dynamic, but unapata the repetitiveness of doing a set on radio. Unapata mtu akifanya sana, you now go to the club, it's already wired, so you find yourself playing like unacheza on TV.
I think the biggest problem is most guys, mimi nimeshindwa. Most guys, especially radio, you curate your sets.
Yes.
So every day unajua hii set ni ya January nini, tarehe fulani nitacheza hivi, nitacheza hizi ma hip hop, siku fulani nitacheza hii. So umezoea kupanga. Na kitu umepanga ndio utafanya.
Yes.
Unajua? Because there's no one there to tell you hiyo bana. Ama you look at guys alafu unaona nikaa ziwa bambi ni change. So umepanga hii 1 hour ndacheza hizi. So wewe una assume tu wase wamejibamba mali wamejibamba. And you can get there's a set of people wenye wamejibamba. Hautajua kama kuna wale hawajajibamba. The difference is now when you come to the club and you're used to this thing ya kupanga. Haiwork. Because maybe okay you might be lucky it works, but ukianza kuenda hivi alafu una realize usaona kuangalia. Mdozi acha anasema wale wako chini, pressure imeanza kuingia. You don't know because you're so used to mimi msewa kupanga na lazima nipange. I think that's usually the problem.
Okay.
Mimi it's just how I was taught from the word go. It's freestyle. Mimi ngesa ngine naambia mtu ana niko na best yangu Johnny. Ile ngoma tumesikia last kwa gari ama unaanza kuza ngoma gani na kubamba. And that's where I'll start.
That's good.
Just a random.
That's good.
Wacha nianzie hapa. Then I'm like,
ina pressure.
Ile itakamika.
That's nice. That's nice. Yo. Welcome to the Vynil Space podcast. Tulikuwa tushaanza podcast already. The conversation imesha flow. Then we have to get back to the intro, man. So welcome to the Vynil Space podcast. Mnaona set imechange kidogo. We're doing something amazing. We're doing something new. Tuko na Gordo on set, and there's a reason for that. I go by the name DJ Joeflex. Ulimi imeanza kwa mzito mapema, man. Yo, I go by the name DJ Joeflex. Welcome to the set.
And I am Sashere aka Tomani.
Yo,
karibuni sana kwa Vynil Space. With back, poleni sana for living bila kuambia, lakini for a good reason.
Yeah.
Yo.
Manze on tumelost kidogo, and there's a reason for that, but I think tutafanya episode moja tu ya hiyo story ikiwa peke yake
Cinema.
But in the middle of all that, Gordo reached out na talked to Tomani, and then ikakuwa we're doing something that we call the merger. Before Gordo ulikuwa umeanza hii issue ya the same concept.
Yes, I've done this same concept for 10 years now, actually.
10 years.
I can't say I've done it for 10 years, but I first did it 10 years ago.
It's been 10 years.
It's been 10 years since you
since I thought about the concept and I executed and put out about 10 episodes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that was Beats and Breaks.
Yeah, that's Beats and Breaks 254. It's still on YouTube.
Yeah.
You can go check it out on YouTube, Beats and Breaks.
Yes.
254. There's so many reasons why I took a break. Mine was longer than you guys.
Yes, it was.
Nimepumzika like 2-3 months mshaingia pressure. Mimi nimepumzika karibu 9 years. Yeah, I had my own challenges na nini hapa na hapa. When I started Beats and Breaks, the online space was not what it is today.
Yes.
I'll give you an example. For example, Instagram. Instagram could only take 15 seconds of video. That's the longest you could post.
That's the longest you could do
on Instagram. So you want to like vitu za 1 hour.
Sasa hata TikTok inachukua 10 minutes.
TikTok hata haikuwa like the best platform that was coming up then that had visuals was Instagram, but Instagram was really still so fresh. Facebook was there, but Facebook si place utaweka video long. YouTube had been there. You'd been there for a couple of years, but again, it's not YouTube's issue. The issue was internet was not what it is today. Siku hizi watu wanaingia kila mahali mazee, internet iko kila mahali.
Utaweka content anyway.
Hizo time mazee kuweka content ya 20 minutes. Ulikuwa like who will be online for 20 minutes?
Yani pia bundles ilikuwa noma.
Bundles unasema that's I'm like not everywhere. Not Wi-Fi
access your Wi-Fi internet.
Access your Wi-Fi wasn't as easy as it is today.
Yes.
Unajua bundles wasn't what it is today. So kulikuwa na hizo challenges. Me pia I was fresh in production because this is full production.
True.
So I took a hiatus kidogo nikaenda kulearn about production. And then so many things happened. COVID came. We did bits and breaks, but now we did the Instagram live. To try and keep touch, keep base with guys, discuss issues. I'm a DJ. And then post Instagram, as we're thinking of doing reviving bits and breaks, one day I get a call and he's like, yo, you guy, the 22nd of September, what are you doing? It's a Thursday. There's this thing you're doing, it's a podcast, blah, blah, blah. We want to have you as a guest. And I was like, wow. And the rest is history. I found out that you guys are doing Vynil Space. So I posed and I was like, do I also do? And then, so long story short is we just decided,
we merge.
How about we merge and we do one thing?
Exactly.
And that's why today I'm seated between the greats.
Maze tunashukuru. We are so happy. Tunashukuru kwa hapa. And I think tutaanza tu straight in. You know, there has been events happening because hatuwezi anza from where we left, man. Vitu zimehappen. Kama 1 million.
Niko pick tukisonga.
Manze. So I think by the time hii episode inatoka kuna tukimention hizo events watu watajua ni nini imekuwa ikihappen. So apart from the normal club gigs, one of the biggest events to may have over the weekends ilikuwa Tempo. You know, by we outside boys, big up to DJ Chronics.
Gang.
It was a good one. Tomani, ulienda hiyo event?
Yeah.
How was it?
Amazing. So na mpangilio, which is amazing. Nimekuwa kwa events for a while now. I think it's gonna get better and better. And actually zile events na feel ziko better ni zile ziko watu wale tumezoea huwa wanaorganize. Like just fresh people, like a small group that kila kitu iko tight vizuri, which is awesome. Shout out Chronics, Maze, and your gang.
That's awesome. The same, we also had Black Excellence.
It's still the same guys, right?
It's the same mode of the same crew. But ni awesome as a Black Excellence.
We outside. I saw we outside the first time I saw it was on the song they did. There's a song.
By Frasha.
And all that. So I was just like, oh, this is a good thing. It's a good thing. Guys are coming together to do something. I didn't know it would, it would come up with so many other events and so many other things out of it. That's amazing.
It's amazing.
I always say it's amazing every time I see people go out of what has become our comfort zone, which is the clubs. Guys try to do other things, and we should be learning from guys like Kina Pinyin and this old school guy, because they do the events. You get Kina Kariz, they do sold out. You need something in the 90s. They always do, but the younger guys, Tomani.
Simu non-stop.
Friday yako iko aje?
Nataka kupiga huko burudani.
Kalenda iko aje? Like we are so accustomed to just doing these club gigs that when you see people start to branch out, because I'm sure it's going to open the space. If you see these guys are doing this thing and it's successful, people are definitely going to think of going that direction.
Who else is doing that? Anaitwa Sammy Flinch.
Sammy Flinch has an event.
Yake ni?
Inaitwa something na marafiki.
such things are
yeah, but
Code
the bigger
Black.
place Code
Yeah,
Black, Sammy Flinch na Kingsley,
Kina
they have an
Kingsley, kina
amazing
G4,
team
kina
manze, kina
G4,
Karian wako behind the scenes na pia wanakuanga events.
That's dope.
We have akina DJ Munge, you know, playing on set.
Na feel ndio kujua strength yako kwa sababu kama unaweza ita watu kichakani ama kwa some garden na wa pull up si kukuja kwa club kudandia watu already wanakujaga hapo kwa hiyo ndio they are local hapo ndo unajua weight yako na strength yako na maybe una create your social capital yako the right way.
And I think that's why watu wanaogopa because like you know just setting your nini where you're expecting now I'm going to call guys and they come here.
Yes.
No one comes here traditionally or regularly.
Yeah,
they're coming here kwa sababu Gordo ametuita. Joe ametuita.
That's a good one.
So it's a very bold move for those doing it. So shout out to those doing it.
And shout out to them.
That's what guys have been saying. Oh, I have 100,000 followers. I have 50,000.
Tuoneshe sasa.
Tuoneshe. If you have 100,000 followers and just 1% of those people come, that's 1,000 people. Just 1% of your followers. That's 1,000 people.
Yeah.
If 1,000 people are paying, say 2 Gs, ukona mado.
That's
if they're actual
followers. Mado kama ingekuwa actual followers. So tu ni social media.
And actually big up to
we ndio wanakujanga kukuambia. So you tell us, do these numbers really exist?
Kuna kitu kama hiyo. So nimekuambia tupatie msee weekday. A good Tuesday, a good Wednesday.
What we have a weekday.
Do your thing sasa.
But then, talking about the weekday gigs, you at Paris.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. How's midweek? What is the strength of a midweek gig for a DJ?
Number one, I'd say it tests what Tomani is saying. You know, like what's your influence? What's your actual influence? Yeah. Not necessarily social capital, but just your influence in general. Like how can I curate something on a day that is not a normal day, on a night that nothing has been happening, and you know you push and pull until things happen.
Yes.
Guys are afraid of them. I think I come from an era where we used to have theme nights every week, every weekday. And we had to make them work.
Yes.
You know, it would be like either I'm playing rock, I've played rock for a long time, you know. And that was always either on Thursday or Wednesday. You get?
Yeah.
We used to have the karaoke's, the old schools. So whichever clubs we were working for then, they required us to do something to boost the weekdays.
Yeah.
So to me, it's not really a new concept.
Yes.
It's something that I've been doing. It's challenging, yes, but it's something that I've been doing that if someone was to tell me, pick this Thursday and do something, I just go back to what I've always been doing all these years, you know. Stick this, you rely on your friends, you rely on, you know, this is where you call. You're not just posting on Instagram and hoping to call guys and nini. And guys have been coming through. You're picking up the night. The concept that I thought about was like, why don't I host DJs, not from the old school, the DJ Nijo, Pinye, old school era.
Yeah.
And not really from the new school where we have like the Kina Gibbs and all these guys, you know. So let's do, say, mid 2000 to maybe early or just around 2010s. The DJs who are there who don't really fall in the old school. And they also don't really fall in the new school.
Yes.
You get?
Yeah.
But they're there and they're very good DJs. And they're like, come through. So we've been hosting them. Last week we did the official launch. Guys came through. They're DJs we've not seen each other for a long time. And again, you know, all these guys, they come with their own guys and this is a multiple effect.
It's a nini because at on my side I do a Wednesday gig at XO. Na I also came to realize kuna watu tu hawawezi piga sherehe weekend. You know, either someone is posted somewhere for work ama nini. And these guys come, you know, unapata you just have a specific table of guys who tell you, bro, see say in your weekend yetu. And you know, so hata pia mimi ndio iliniamsha niko like, okay, let me do a midweek party. You know, na nikapata hours and I was like, okay, this is good. Now it helps you to pia kujua PR na wase networking. You know, you talk to people, you get to know mnataka kusikiza nini. Midweek is quite, you know,
engaging and it's very engaging.
Na pia si tight sana on si kama weekend. So I think it's good if anyone else is doing a midweek.
So my DJ
midweek.
tafuteni jamaa midweek, wachani na Friday na saa tu. Mwambie Tuesday niko na hii idea, Wednesday niko na hii idea, Thursday niko na hii idea.
Bas. Hiyo ndio tunataka hiyo sasa hiyo.
Because what a guy is doing anyway, Monday to Friday. Yeah. Monday to Thursday, let me say Monday to Thursday. Especially these young guys. The older guys, probably someone has a side hustle, someone has family, someone has what. These younger guys, what do they do from Monday to Thursday? When I started DJing, you know, us guys used to do, we would do weekdays. Where lazima think of something. Tuesday in old school, Wednesday in rock, Thursday karaoke. Yeah. Like we used to do all that. These younger guys who are not doing this midweek.
Unajua nasikia ukiongea mambo ya rock na shanga. Mlikuwa mnaingia club mnacheza rock.
Tena inashika mbaya.
Sasa kudance watu wana dance.
Ni watu walikuwa na dance.
Walikuwa na dance.
Kupiga mpaka magoti wanainua mikono juu wewe unasema nini?
So walikuwa na hizo manguo ama walikuwa na kai hizo golf sawa.
Ni kawaida tu unless sasa vitu kama October, which was like a yearly festival.
You should do it. You do it.
We should, but October has issues because someone patented that. It's someone's event. You can't redo it without them. Okay. Carnival was the home. I think it would, but it would unless you do it kama vile kinapinyo ufanya ile yao, like you attract watu wa zamani. Because this is watu tangu around 2010 hapo tulianza kusikiza dancehall
kwa club
ulize rock ilikuwa inashika kushika.
Hii October kulikuwa na wale wasewa crazy, wale wamekuja na mapin,
yeah.
That would be dope though. Napenda hiyo madness.
Ilikuwa fit.
But
we used to do rock. In fact, I used to play rock every Wednesday at Zip, Thursday at Trapeze. Like,
ilikuwa in demand.
4 years.
Yes.
What year to what year?
Like from around 2004 to around 2012.
Shit.
Yeah. And then I did TV also. I was doing radio at that time. Just the rock. Rock was a big thing. You see the way
rock was rocking.
You see the way I'd say
rock size like, can you do a rock event right now? And
if you do,
for the old
unless you're targeting the older guys, the guys who were listening to rock back then. So it'd probably be a quarterly or maybe once a year event, and because most of the guys are older, see what to do every day. The guys who've tried to follow up, but rock was big. Rock was as big as I'd say even Amapiano is, right? Like there was a movement. You see the way it's just that things, social media and any has made Amapiano easy to create a movement, but rock had that kind of influence and movement.
This guy with a black tat kind of full sleeve, right? Smoking guns, no smoking machine. No. Ndakumbuka nawaambia. I'm thinking hiyo ni kama the new age rock. So because I know there are people who love that type of music.
Yeah.
Okay.
So probably kuna new age rock. Maybe msee akaitafuta. Kunao, I know kuna.
I think
there's something for
rock was so big that
if you get a small caniche.
Yeah.
Rock was so big that Radio Africa, the group that owned Classic, Kiss, and they opened XFM. Which was a rock station.
But XFM was a rock station.
You wouldn't do that.
Station.
It was all rock. That's how big this thing was. Like I'd say maybe right now it's probably fading, but like a year or two ago, someone would think naweza fungua station here. It's just that people don't listen to radios, but vile Amapiano ilikuwa imeshika. If radio was the thing, you'd actually consider, because you're feeling like enye kitu iko na movement. Yeah.
Awesome.
So it was deadly. Those were good.
But then talking of events, so kumekuwa na Tempo, then there was Black Excellence. It was nice. I just loved the visuals of this thing. I didn't attend, but I just loved the visuals. I loved the concept, having
events, man.
Black Excellence. Hey, bro.
Attending events, maze, mu support.
Yeah, we will. But ni vile tu kushikana pia. Yeah, and it was good. So we've mentioned about media. Na saizi there's YouTube imekuwa so big. Yes. And DJs are in there right now. Now so wanafanya, everybody's doing something and creating that space.
I like that you're saying it actually like that, because what we had, let's say we got so comfortable with being online. Of course, there are challenges zake za tikiwa down na nini. But we all got that confidence and that nini during COVID. You get that's when guys were like, this is actually a thing. Kitambo there's one guys who do it nini, but iko imeshika. But COVID time ilikuwa nini. The only difference is and it's a disease that we have as DJs. When this guy's 254 diaspora team did
big up to Frank.
Yes, Kina Frank. They created this thing, and guys would play there, and they would put a schedule for DJs. Every DJ wanted to be there. Of course, there are other monetary reasons and all that. Every DJ wanted to be there. But every DJ could do it on their own, but they wanted to be there. And when lockdown came, when Kina Grouchy and Jimani started doing lockdown, and they started taking in guests, everyone wanted to go to lockdown. But you can set up at home and do your own thing again. So that's why I'm happy right now that guys are starting to open up. It's like you see Redbone is doing her own thing.
Big up to Redbone. Redbone has a beautiful set.
Redbone has been doing it, and she's been getting better, and she's been improving the sets she's doing in terms of now she has a crowd.
There's 30.
But she's doing Festa's been doing. You get it, man. Tofaz. You get so many guys are now doing it. That it's not like I'm sitting there and I'm trying to Grouchy this. You hook me up with lockdown. It's like, no, I can get my own decks, get my own camera, get my own lights. You see the way Kinagogo are also doing. Let's get our own setup. Let's go to some bush somewhere and we do our own
record
thing. It's not like now I want to be part of that thing for Kinagogo. No, they're doing that. Let me also come up with mine. I can do a twist here and there. And the reason why I'm saying that is the more we start to open up and different guys are doing it, the more we start to stop being in a caged environment that us guys are used to be. Because us guys are, when we discover Paris ndio inapeananga gig, saa kila mtu anataka hapa Paris, fighting kwenye kuna mtu anaonyesha bike, so so now we move sorry for lack of a better explanation, we move like sheep. Mingi kwa nevu tunaenda tu hivyo. Sisi moja kikata hivi alafu tuone sasa kila mtu anashika. But it's so interesting when you start seeing people doing so many different things, everyone is just doing their own thing. It's opening up the industry, and I love it.
Now you may mention something about kila mtu anataka kwenda because it's lockdown. Sasa tunataka si wote twende lockdown because there's Grouchy there. Wow.
Kweli kuna order.
Wewe tu ako tu
I hope ni order.
Ni order ni food.
Kama ni
bro, to check it.
Ama ni guest.
Ni food, but we are good, man.
If not food.
Hivyo ndo kunaendaga. No, we are just that natural, no?
Very nice. Food is here. This is a good thing about shooting podcasts. Kuna kuanga na
it's as natural as it gets.
Production. Watu catering wanatonga aje? There's
syndicator.
Watu wa catering
jina ya production ya catering. But I went and studied.
Watu wa production.
Watu wa catering ama chefs.
Digeuzieni kamera tuone watu wa production.
No, kuna department ya hii na hii.
Oh, okay. It's a good one. But ni segue fiti. It's not a bad one.
There's a name
for watu wa catering.
Yeah.
Wala ndio tunatafuta.
Ebu Google.
Ngoja endelea
Even Gordo alikuwa na mention about watu kukimbia lockdown. Yeah, it's true. Most of the DJs we really move like sheep. Ni lazima tuone Gordo amecheza mahali.
Sasa kila mtu
mwingine akacheza, then sasa ndio uanze kufikiria kwenda kutafuta gig huko. But also it begs the question. What wanna appreciate the process of developing your career and developing yourself before nikuje niambie Tomani nipe gig as a DJ. Do I really know where I am?
Tomani atuambie ndio na.
How do you
let me just ask.
I think most of them
how do you gauge unajua huyu sahihi yako hivi? In fact huyu unaweza mpatia Friday. Huyu nikimpatia Friday lazima
huyu ana
lazima nimpatie Friday na nani ndio like what are the parameters?
Unataka niwape siri yangu.
Tunauliza ni generally
we're just trying to understand.
Yeah,
like
I get. I think I would answer it this way.
Yeah.
Kuna DJ wanakujaga prematurely.
Okay.
As in hata deep down anajua hawezi hiyo crowd hawezi, but kuna ile kujiaminia.
I don't think hawa si wa yangu wanajuaga hiyo.
Hawezi mwambia kitu, yeye anajua atapiga hii, sawa?
Wow.
Alafu nafikiri, how do I put it? Kuna, I think you can tell, mtu kama Mr. C na kina Gogo. Gogo mimi mwenyewe tulienda tu meeting siku moja.
Yes.
Kila mtu akatoa simu, mmesikia kijana.
That's a good one.
It's a simple start. Huyo kijana amejiuza kiasi. Yes. Sasa si rahisi, si ngumu mimi kumwambia how about tuone Friday itakuaje. Unaona? Kwa sababu already kuna hiyo discussion already, watu wanamdiscuss kwa sababu kuna kitu anafanya anaonekana. So I think hivyo mi gauge vitu more hivyo. Kuna mwenye ana feel huyu ataweza Sunday. Because maybe anajua kubamba madem. Because Sunday yangu maybe nakuwa na madem. So R&B atawabamba, mangoma tu zinawabamba.
Yes.
Kuna mwenye anajua nikipatia usiku ajo itakuwa mlima. So I think
it's
pia kujua DJs
you're mostly based where you work. I don't know if that's the correct word. Where you work. Because me imagine kabla ushughulike hizi club tatu na where do you watch DJs, how so that you know who ni hivi ama who utembea club zingine ama nini ama like how do you
muenda gig mob na kuna gigs, kuna social media na kuna word of mouth inakuwa very powerful.
Yes.
Na si necessarily ya DJs. Waiter, bouncers, waitresses, how huko mwambie DJ upi anakuja huko anashika kabisa. Wanakuambia vizuri sana. Na ni msana kifila tu huku huwa tunauza. Mademu wa shots. Wanajuaga ni DJ yupi akikuja wanauza na huwa ibahatishi. Like huyu msee akikuja leo tunauza. It doesn't have to be while wako kule juu. So pia mimi naangalia huyu msee ako na kitu special. I don't know how he played. But nimefika tu kwa mlango hivyo niko ambush na waiter, bouncer. Huyu msee leo ametubamba, you know. So niko huyu msee basi aliwabamba. He must be good. He must be doing something nice. Okay.
But outside what I mean is now outside your clubs, say, or the clubs you manage or whatever you outside of that there's of course social media. Yes. And where else? Because this is for the DJs who would be like, you know, let me put my stuff here. Kumbe, unajua hii kitu kidogo nafanyanga, kumbe Tomani anaweza iona, kumbe Dan Paps, kumbe whoever these guys were doing bookings there. Yeah, because watu wengine wanaonanga lazima nipigie Gordo ama nipigie nani ndio atani connect. But you can do stuff on your own. You can put yourself out like this.
Yeah. And someone will notice you.
So ndo nasema other than social media ama unatembeanga kwa club zingine?
Na kwa club. Kuna time na mwaga kama last weekend ilikuwa Habano, nilikuwa nataka kusikia opening set and it was amazing. I don't know, shout out to the DJ. Ilikuwa fiti sana. So hiyo ni mse already nishajua. Huyu mse unaona? Because already nimesikia ametajwa mahali. Nikisikia na mimi huenda nikisikia mtu ametajwa na hajatajwa kwa perimeter yangu. Mahali nimesikia tu random kama saizi kwa random conversation. Mse anakuga mkali ala malibamba. Naenda kusikiza set yake. Then I'm like sawa, acha tufanye kazi.
What's the most annoying thing that DJs do?
Doing what?
To you as like, a now, promoter and
how they handle this situation. What's the worst thing that they do? What's the most annoying? Let me say worst. Let me say what's the most annoying.
Ni mingi. Ma DJ jo. Ni mingi jo. Wasikia msee anasema ati it's business, you know? Nikuambie unfortunately tuseme kuna wase wako top size. Na ni inevitable. Go grouchy nani wakikuja. So the moment tuseme amenipigia simu aniambie niko free Friday. Next Friday. Na already nishabook mtu hapo. Ile nimwambie cheki hii shughuli imeshakuja. Na wewe msee ni one off. Anaenda kama sema wao anaenda kama juu. Hii day yako
itabidi
nikusongeshe mbele. We inakuwa noma. hey, kweli Grouchy ni nani? Si mimi nacheza hiyo muziki Grouchy anacheza. Na wadosi pande ile nyingine anakuambia ni nani?
Huyu
nani? Huyu atatuletea pesa, huyu msee anatuletea.
Wow.
Ama anakuambia ni sawa, mtu wako ni best yako, acha acheze. But unaona ile pesa yule alitutangazia last time?
Yes.
Make sure ametutangazia hiyo pesa.
Okay.
Hey,
hiyo ni a bit, hiyo ni tight. Hiyo ni tight.
Inakuwa annoying na because hujui, because of course unajua umekosea mtu.
Yeah.
But at the same time when you say anaipokea ndio maana nimesema hiyo
what I think is wase wengi waangaliangi hii ni biz pia unajua and there are things that the business can come and make a decision because this is for the good of the business. It's nothing personal.
Oh, sorry to cut you short.
It's okay.
Something else that people don't realize. Pia mimi niko biz. Pia mimi niko kazi. For instance tuseme tu randomly nimwambia hiyo day
nani anacheza mazi tu
hiyo day siwezi. Then I happened kupigia one of the directors. Hata nilimwambia nipatie hiyo day, nilikuwa na hiyo day lakini sikuweza. Sasa hapo ndio utasema wewe unataka kutumaliza kwa sababu unalipwa na competition. Sasa already washaanza kukumulika.
Imekuwa ni issue.
So already either upeane noma, usipeane noma. So choose unataka bad struggle gani.
Pia anaweza pigia a competitor.
Yes, the next.
So nimekataa kama side. Wadosi wanakuambia bana huyu jamaa.
Mbona tunamuonaga tu pande ile. Wewe umelipwa. Na nasikia kuna watu wanalipagwa.
No, actually talking about hiyo nini ya kutafuta gigs Gordo ukiuliza swali. Let me just front. You're a DJ, you're a marketer, we're in this space. Kuna historia ma DJ kupigia DJ bro nitafutie gig huko.
Inaitwa exchange program.
Nipe
gig nikupe huko.
Because I don't, cause nikiangalia hivi for example unaweza ona mimi best ya Tomani. Okay? And ni ukweli si ati ni nini. People have approached me, ni aje nisaidie Tomani anipe gig. Do DJs really know how to network? Ama watu wanajua vile vitu work. Do people know how things work before Tomani apatiane gig? Hata akinipea mimi does he book because tunajuana ama nani book because I'm doing the work?
Tunaangalia tu mali trade ilianzianga mazi. Zamani mtu alikuwa anaenda soko na mbuzi, mzee mwingine anakaa na miwa, mzee
wewe mnajuana.
Tunajuana tu.
Unaona mimi ndio nilipata gig. Siri ameona jamaa itakuseti hapo. When he set you, I think the problem is from the little assessment I have done. Most of these guys are resident DJs are on salary.
Yes.
Okay? They're on salary. So it doesn't matter how many times he play, he's on salary. Assume he's being paid say 100 G's, he's on that. You get whichever Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, ni holiday, nini, like he's on that. How do I make extra cash? If I play somewhere else, I'm paid on that day. So how do I get to play another place? Is I tell that person from the other place, because he's also going through the same thing. You know? He will be paid his 100 G's regardless. So tuseme kama hii weekend we kama huku ndakunegotiatea alafu wewe so that's how they make the extra bucks. You get I think that's why they do it because me ni resident hapa, I'll be paid my salary regardless. Unajua nicheze gigs zingine ni unajua it's a holiday, it's a what nicheze nisicheze, kuwe na guest kusikue na guest, salary yangu
I'm on the salary.
So I'm just feeling like nikisetu ule msee acheze huku leo alafu mimi hiyo siku ni I'll get something extra because that's extra pay. My salary will still be there, but now I'll get. I think that was the genesis of it. So ikiwaka na msee mmoja, msee anaona sasa hata nipigie ule wewe kama hivi na wewe kama hivi.
But ni strategy sustainable.
No, I think it's just started innocently like that. It's just someone trying to make an extra buck. But it's going to a point where now I will not give you unless you're giving me. And that's where now it spoils everything. It might start to make a favor ile kidogo nini, but when it gets to a point now, but I don't give this guy a gig because mi sioni yata nipatie gig. Unaona? So unatafuta mwenye naeza pata from them. That means you're sacrificing even where you're working, because you're no longer looking for someone who makes sense to your club. You're looking for someone who will give you a gig. That's the criteria. The criteria ni Tomani ataniwai. Joe ana place ya kunipea. He's a better DJ, but I would rather give you because I'll get something.
Yes.
Get. And that's sacrificing your career. But I think that's where now it started going. It started going.
Na ingine tu ya kuambia na ukweli, like this I want this to go to all the DJs. By this wadanganyi. If you see us seated with Tomani here, we don't make decisions on the gigs. Hiyo ni job yake huko kando. He has his own things.
But kuona kucheza pariba. Sije kuona kucheza pariba.
Kucheza pari.
Sio una posta yako mazi.
Foreign. Nimecheza pari.
So na shudo nimezea Tomani. Hawapati waki giga jiwezi hawa.
Hapana, now sasa hiyo ndio point Gordo. Unaona? Hiyo ndio point because hata for him.
When was the last time you played at Paris?
Last month on a Sunday, Pen Sundays.
Burudani.
Burudani actually. I did Paris, then I did Burudani. Na hiyo ndo kitu yenyewe.
Najaribu niangalie ni notice nini. Niko nashindwa.
Ujaona post yangu ya Paris?
Sasa ni mabesti na mimi jamaa mimi muonangi akienda.
No, I play. Now you see that is also now I love
but that's
alafu unapia for him it gets to mimi ni best yake. You know, you see me there a couple of times.
Itakuwa
inakuwa ni kama tunapenda sasa nyinyi. And that's how business works.
Okay.
Yeah, manze. So you and so watu waache manze hizo. Gordo hujapata hizi calls.
Mimi sana napatia mtu gigo wapi? Mimi hakuna simu sijapata manze. Mimi hakuna simu sijapata. Hii kwanza siku za signature. Hii mpaka what was going around me ndio sasa mimi ndio napanga huko. Kutaka gig signature huu ndio atasema kama unakaa mama ukama.
So does it give the advantage because we have clubs that DJs actually give gigs, like wamepatiwa ndo job yao, some of them wanapanga gigs. What do you have?
You see, for me, I go back again to the marketers and to the proprietors of the club. Yeah. It's your club. If you feel like ujamandi anajua kupangia gig, most of them, unfortunately, and especially for DJs, most of them, I'm hoping that they look at the business. You know, not yourself as a DJ of this club. I'm looking at the business. So who's the right guy to bring? Who can I know clubs who not. DJ wangapi wa Kisumu wanachezanga Black Pearl. They will not be called there.
That's a
why?
question.
Explain to me why. These guys would rather call DJs from Kisii. It's the DJs who are planning the gigs. But they would rather call DJs from Kisii or anywhere else. They will not call. Why?
Competition ya hao mama.
Sasa hiyo ni
probably
unaona like in the six of us. You know, like I would rather work with someone from outside because if I bring you here, I might expose myself. Because watu wanaweza jibamba. Wewe ni mtu wa hii town. Unajua watu wa hii town. Unaweza bamba. Mtu sione ujamaa kumbe anaweza. You get. So probably you're protecting your nini. Because explain to me why you'd rather get someone from a different town. Not Nairobi. Nairobi, of course, maybe you're getting Nairobi, the big DJs, and that's understandable. But you're getting just a random guy from, say, a town like Kisii, bringing him to Kisumu.
Is it like the big thing huko ama tu ni?
No, that's I'm just telling you, it's a random guy too. It's not like he's no, but you'd rather bring that one than to bring a top DJ from Kisumu who you know akona crowd in town. You know, like and I relate now. I say nah. You get. So I'm saying as a proprietor of the club, do you follow up ama once nishasema Tomani anapanga?
Yeah.
Sasa Evli anapanga apange. Once nimesema Johnny ndiye anapanga. Evli anapanga mi sijali. I don't know if they're hands-on. Most of the guys that I've worked for were really hands-on. Working at Signature, working in UMB. Guys are hands-on, like anataka kujua like DJ amekuja ameperform aje nini. Like so you would not want to just bring anyone.
I think that's a success. For me, believe in
yes.
success.
So that's what I'm saying. For me, I'm not really. If it works for the DJ, fine. But you as a club owner now, it's upon you to know.
Like, it's business.
I mean, you've invested millions, tens of millions, some cases hundreds of millions into an ini. Entertainment is key. So the person you're giving to handle this entertainment, can they, you know, like, why would you build something worth 100 million, then give it to someone who has
no experience in that?
Yeah.
And then you start to wonder, hii investment yangu mbona inirudishi returns. But anyway, whatever floats your boat.
But business yako.
Kama ina work.
Kama ina work.
Dibambe, usilete competition. I was told one of the first things I was told when I got into DJing by DJ Space, DJing is a jealously guarded career. Because me, sitakusema na roho safi. Wacha niseme ni kujisifu. But nina roho safi. You know, like, so you want to play, jamaa amekama anataka kuonja mashine, unataka like we. His career does not work like that. You protect your territory kabisa.
Yeah.
Because mse ataingia hapa ataanza kushaita alafu. Ndio anaona huyu jamaa anashaita. Utalaumu na.
Wewe unacheza hapa ni nani? Like wewe unataka huyo. Umecheza kuliko.
Nikali mse moja anaenda. Wewe unaenda. Alafu
uko nje.
So this is, you know, it's a jealously guarded career. Yeah. Because si wale watu ati umesoma mpaka hii level, ulikuwa class 1, ulikuwa number 1. Si wetu wewe ni mnoma, opportunity imetokea nini
unachafua.
So God. So DJ usitane gig bure. We God yo nini? Kama mdosi amekuachia liwe.
It's a jealously guarded career.
It's jealously guarded. Mtu anakuja anaambia wewe kaa kando bwana.
And actually
mtu akiingia hapa na akwambia
na akiosha ameosha.
Vile na vitu wazee. Kesho ndo unakuja hivi gani?
Yale amsha watu ni
nani. Job yako inaanza kukua. So I understand both sides. I've had friends, very close friends and bosses. So I understand them as the bosses of a club and what they want and their business and how they want their business. Yes. But I'm also a DJ, so I'm cognizant of everything that is happening in the DJing and how we'd want to operate. So if it works, it works.
If it works.
In fact, thinking of DJs now, let's talk about this. We've been called gatekeepers for a very long time. That's until the internet took over and all that. And in the last couple of weeks, history ya pinye imekuwa it's been there for years.
Hey.
It's been there for a very, very long time. But the last maybe a week or two, imekuwa nika imeshika nara sana because circuit Gen Z wala wajui circuit. Unajua ile ngoma ya Manyaki.
Ukoshwa najua.
Ni vile tuwezi yeka hapa. Tukiweka imbe kidogo mnaweza pewa copyright strike.
Maze.
Yeah, but hiyo song ya Manyaki. Circuit came out and he had not so very kind words to say about Pinye.
Yes.
And how Pinye killed his career and many careers and on. And him, he even went personal, you know.
Yeah.
You know, you start to abuse someone on a personal level. He even made claims Pinye was not playing their music based on how they looked, and it was ugly. And for the first time, Pinye responded. Because he's never responded.
Yeah, he never responds about them.
But I think this, because it went so personal, he actually responded. And he gave his side of the story, you know, like, it's not all of it, and we are hoping Pinye will sit down with us one day here.
Yes.
And we'll definitely talk about it. It's something that I've wanted to do for the longest. Just because I was there. I was a DJ. But us guys used to watch the beat. Maybe I was very young and naive still in the industry. I never saw it. You could not tell that kuna ngoma fulani ya nini. Like, anyway, that was the only medium. So songs, kulikuwa na ngoma mingi. Yeah. I never noticed. I don't know if other DJs noticed. I don't know. But we never noticed. But Pinye talked about it. It's like it's 50 minutes. The show is about 50 minutes.
Yes.
You get. He has to play everything. Because it was not like a Kenyan only Amanini. He has to play everything from all the R&Bs, all the Nini, all the hip hop. You know, you're trying to balance the quality and all that. The language again. Because he spoke about circuit and he was like, he actually said they used to play Manyake. And he was getting into trouble with parents and Nini because, you know, of the song and how it was. And he was like, his follow-up songs were not as good. Which I agree. Because if I ask any of you, you know any other circuit song, and he sang a couple after that, I'm sure you don't know.
Honestly,
so the follow-ups were not good.
After Manyake unajua ngoma nyingine?
But I don't know.
Maybe because hazi kuchezwa. Singecheza tungejua.
So I really don't know. I don't know what happened during that time. I hope that one day would sit down on a long conversation. Yes. Wacha hii response kidogo ni online na nini so that we get to know. Yeah. But to me, what I just say, if you're a good artist, you're a good artist. Na una vile tu utapata njia ya kupenya. I remember Otile Brown after his first 2-3 songs. Walikosana na producer wake. So the producer I think took down the songs ama like
the YouTube channel.
And I remember I was driving. I even remember where I was.
Yeah.
And I was listening to an interview with Otile and he was like, it's okay, like zimechukuliwa ni sawa nini. He's still he will sing our songs and this is back then when you only had like 3 songs.
Yeah.
And he still blew after that.
Proper.
So I'm just saying, if you're a good Kina Calligraph Pia, they've complained about Pinya. But he's still doing music today and he's still doing very well.
I think there's something kuna kitu Tomani mention. As much as unafikiria I'll give you the platform, you have to understand pia mimi niko job.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Na part moja job kuna kitu inaitwa quality control. Yes. It has to happen. It does not matter. Hata unaweza trend leo na ukose gig.
Yeah.
True.
So it's about quality control. Now, there's been issues all over the entertainment industry whereby what wanna blame just because probably your career didn't go well, you blame some people. We've seen the same with Churchill. The comedians. Tumeona na Churchill. So there has been issues as it away end. But honestly, I think just work on you. Work on your career. Alafu tuache mbio ya kutaka kuhit. Everyone unataka uimbe leo, unataka utoe mix moja leo, ni bro yezi,
there's a different like pinye on side yangu ya booking DJs. Yeah. I think kwa hii simu niko na over 300 DJs. Na weekend ni siku ngapi?
3.
Niko na club 3. Directors wanataka watu wale wako famous and popular and well known.
Yes.
Cause hao ndio wana. So kama you're not putting yourself out there to be seen.
Yes.
Kukusaidia utasaidika. And that's one of my biggest challenges. Kwanza kuna kitu ingine mimi upata you let someone. Nimeshift tuka kutoa pingine. Unaleta msee ya perform. Mara ya kwanza ana fail, ni sawa, it happens. Yeah. Mara ya pili ana fail, it happens.
Yeah.
Mara ya tatu
Uwezi kuwa na swara 3.
Sasa mbook tena kidogo anaangalia kalenda huko. Mtu mko na uhusiano gani?
And that's the hardest part sa zingine because hao ni watu wengine wamejidiaminia kwao, wameaminika club zingine.
Yeah.
Sasa kumwambia
inamwambia anachukulia vibaya kama
mbaya. So I understand kwa nini because mimi kuna wale nimeambia and I'm sure they don't like me, which is okay.
Yeah.
My mama like me. So kuna hiyo ya msee tu ako bitter but I understand ni kwa nini.
Yes.
Like sasa calendar imeja kuna sana anasema ukipigia msee anasema calendar iko August. Yeah. Of course iko August. I'm well prepared.
Yeah, it's true.
That's preparing because sitaki nikitafuta mtu nipate ameenda ama watu wale mimi wote nataka wameenda.
Yeah,
so kama wewe sikutafuti jiulize why. Yeah, na mtu anatafutwa sana ni kwa nini anatafutwa sana. I think hiyo tu ndio ukishajua ni kwa nini huyo you'll be good. Yeah.
And I think we accept corrections bana. Tuache kukua bitter kwa industry.
Hii hapa saa kila mtu unajua amefika manzi. Wewe usiponipatia gig wewe it's personal.
Yeah, inakuwa personal. Mimi ni mkali ile nilichezea hiyo club niliua.
Me to date. Been DJing for almost 20 years. But to date before I leave my set, I always ask the resident DJ nikuaje. Even during the set, iko aje, tuko poa. Sound iko fiti, tunaenda poa set. Yani like I always do that.
Actually,
I find myself always doing that.
And the day after, it's important. Actually, you can.
So that feedback. By the time I'm leaving there, I probably know how people think. You get.
Yeah,
so subconsciously I do it subconsciously. Imekuaje, umesikiaje, watu walisemaje, I also think at that time I'm opening up to you that if there was something really that went wrong, you feel like you can tell me at that time.
Yes.
Because we are talking.
Yeah.
But when nikishatoka mazeni date next nataka na nimechoma, unajua unashindwa vile unaniambia. So to me I always give you that leeway, that chance to tell me, to give me actual feedback by just asking. Na kulienda aje, ilikuwa fiti nini?
Yes.
Yeah. You know, I feel like you give someone the chance to tell you the truth.
It is,
because if they tell you at that point that ilikuwa poa, hawezi kuja tena after 3 weeks unaambia lakini maze siku ile ilikuwa like but nilikuuliza na ukasema
ilikuwa fiti.
I think you end process ya development yako, especially ukiwa kwa club. You know, it's being able kujua how was it. I think most of the time I do with him, hey bro, what was the feedback? But hata wewe mwenyewe pia kwa ground, you know, umeshuka depth like umekuaje. Msata kwambia kuna mahali ulicheza hii nini, ituli, you know, it put us
plus
off.
The reason why I also talk to resident DJs and I ask them that someone also feels like maybe kama ana feel kama unapotea, they can tell you go
they can tell you
hebu cheza house ama you know, like they feel like I can communicate with this. Sisi tumeingia mimi ni star, yani mimi mpaka no people just look at you, they feel like kuna blanda but
kuna mastafa hizi.
But and talking about you kujifeel star. Tomani, on this how has that affected most DJs when you interact now? You know, maybe msee ameingia, it's
I mean, you're supposed to be an entertainer. So unakuja na vibe gani hiyo?
Yes.
That's not good vibe, that's bad vibe.
Yes.
So ideally eventually wase ukuchoka tu. Especially umekuja umelenga resident. Huyo resident anajua speaker fulani inaguzago wapi inafanya fiti. So umemlenga, umejiona nyota, akiamua kukusabotage my guy.
Umejisikia nyota. Akiingia na kuibia nyota yako.
Ama wewe unaona hajui. Wewe msisi ni fala tu hajuagi. Nimeona watu wengi sana wakuja wanalenga DJ wangu anaitwa Threat. Big up Threat.
Big up to Threat.
Some very chill guy. Wanampitanisha tu hapo. Kuna wale mpaka wanampiga, ashapigwa mpaka makofi hapo. Na anaga noma. Lakini akiingia kwa hiyo mashine after wewe, hata before ufike paki, utajua
anafanya kazi.
Utashangaa nilikuwa na do. So si feeling, si vibe. Ideally hiyo ni
feedback report. And because we are talking about it's all thing came from that pinye thing. I'd also want to, I'm not dismissing the artists. I'm just saying I didn't see it. Then mimi kaivi najaribu kukumbuka hiyo time, yani sioni, yani sikumbuki, like I can't. These are things I just came to hear baadaye na niko like this was happening, you know, because you're in the same industry, you're in the same space.
Gordo, let me ask you. Each time Pinye will come, and we hope by the way, and we really ask atakuja on set and ataambia wase.
He will. That's what I said 10 years ago I'm going to make it happen.
Yes.
It's 10 years late, but itafanyika.
Nio, it's that the personal development yako really matters, because hata ukiangalia artist kama kina Nyashinsky, look at why is it that Leo Red Sun can still do a jam and will still play. You get bado hadipendi Pinye. You get, there are people during that era that actually made it. To be honest, wacha kupeg our let's stop pegging our, let me say, our failures on people. Ni career yako bro. Tomani when ni msanii, you know, you've sung, you've had collabos, umemba na kina Heart the Band. Why would you wake up one day uanze kusema manze mi hata hawa say it was you can write, you can sing, you can.
Okay, this is what I'd say. Conclusively, on my part, I feel the artists.
Yes.
Because I remember some artists around your time, even when P-Unit were coming up, kina Gabu were coming up, wakati Caliph inaanza, I could see the struggle. You know, squeeze wasanii wa struggle.
Yeah.
I'm not saying they should, but in terms of just distribution na nini, it was watu wanatoka na ma-CD wanazunguka kwa ma-club. It was quite a hustle.
Yes.
So like if you felt like the beat, unajua yani na hope hata mimi nifike hapa the beat, alafu kuna mtu unaona nikae ndi anakuzuia, I understand why you'd feel bitter.
Yes.
But all I'm just saying is those who are good still made it somehow. But now on Pinye's side, this is what I'll say. TV zilikuwa ngapi? Zilikuwa mingi.
Yes.
Everyone had the opportunity to curate their own show, sell it to the TV, thing. And it's you peleka concept now we execute.
Yes.
Imagine creating something and executing it, and it becomes such a powerful thing that there are people who are feeling like hii kitu yako yenye uli create ndio ilifanya career yangu haiku. He must have created a monster, like.
Yeah, it's true. That was big.
And this is what I've always said with artists, and things are changing. Most artists always wait for, and that's why they complain about promoters. You wait for a promoter to curate a gig, afikirie gig, apange vitu zake, aeke pesa yake, atafute kama ni sponsorship, create everything, alafu akupigia kuite, akulipe. Like you're the one who has the music. Do it. That's what I was saying. Everyone was free to approach any television, curate a music program, and then just have it. Yeah. And then you have your stuff playing there.
Yeah.
Someone has done it. This is what I've envisioned. In kama sasa itseme hii podcast yetu. Nafikiria tunataka kuongea vitu za entertainment sana, especially vitu za DJing na nini. Mzee anaanza kuona bana wase waniiti kwa hii podcast yao. Wase bana hii DJing yangu iko kwenda juu wase wako wananiita kwa hii podcast. I mean, you can start yours. You can do yours. You feel like here you work because msemo ana create hiyo kitu. Yeye pia kuna vision yake.
Yeah.
Get. Yeah. It is not a national thing that ni kama iko kwa budget ya nation sa kila mtu lazima no, hii ni kitu yenye mse curate, kuna vision yeye aliona, kuna feedback zenye alikuwa na get.
Yes.
Probably, and that's how he operated. Because again, how many people are we here? People only seeing the three of us. We are more than 3 people here. Exactly. So everyone is on Pinye's case. I remember Arthur K was part of this. I don't know why no one ever talks about Arthur K. Watu wadogo sijui kama najua Arthur K.
Hiyo jina ina sound familiar.
Gen Z.
Mopao maze sikiasi hata wajui kwa kujui maze.
Hiyo jina ina sound familiar.
Nimesikia
So Arthur K was doing this with Pinye, and after that he left and went and did a gospel show. I think it was on Citizen ama one of the stations. Same thing, but now it was gospel na nini. Arthur K ni ebuenda mugoogle Arthur K bada. Mnanikasirisha sasa.
Nimejua mbali.
But anyway, that was him. Even DSTV did DSTV.
Yes.
When MTV came to Kenya, Arthur K was like. So what I'm saying is, Arthur K was there. I've never had anyone talk about Arthur K. Najua. And I'm sure there was a whole production team. There was Nini. People just talk about Pinye. So I don't understand. Those are the things that I don't understand. You get like, was he the only one? Was he the one you were giving music to? Was he the one they were Nini? Was he? Just because he was the face.
Ama niyo syndrome Gordo tunaongea what you're talking about DJs. Ukiona watu wanacheza Paris, now it's time for you to go to Paris. No, but you never want to know ni wapi, what is the other avenue, who else is doing it, because hadi kina Mr Prime came
ama muziki yako
wamekuwa wakifanya shows na
but ndo nasema tu kwa the beat. It's a whole TV production.
Yes.
It is not a one man show.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to mean.
Exactly.
Kuna so many calling shots.
Kuna watu wenye lazima unaona kama radio presenters yeye determine playlist na nini. Yes, anaweza influence but determine kuna producer wa show, there's other people.
Yes.
I'm so sure this thing also had other people. Ilikuwa na producer, ilikuwa na nini, ilikuwa na maybe curators of music. People only talk about this guy like it was just him,
and I think
him and the TV, and unaleta hapa endi anaeka yani ni yeye tu like, because okay, Tomani kama ni mtiaji hataki ni kama hii podcast sinaweza ongea na Joeflex. Nikiongea na Joeflex kama naona pia anakuwa mtiaji sinaweza ongea na Gordo. Nikienda huko kublame wase juu hataki ni kama hii podcast sitasema ni Tomani tu because nilijaribu huku na nilijaribu. So I've never understood why no one else has ever been mentioned, and this is a production for a lot of people.
Yes.
If mzee alikuwa mtiaji sana, did they try other avenues?
There was someone else.
Did they? Now the most interesting thing that Pinye said is he only had 50 minutes for the show. But then Muthoni Buika, Muthoni Buika
akakwamimba kwa wimbo. She was a presenter. TV host Muthoni Buika.
Ile emoji ya
Bro, pole bana. You're educating
But
us.
kuna wale wana get.
Muthoni Buika was a presenter, radio presenter who mpaka mimbo na Isa.
Najua ameimba kwa ngoma. Hata fikiri kuna ngoma nyingine pia ameimba.
Maybe mnajua
Muthoni Buika.
Na before kina If D'Souza na nini, there was Muthoni Buika. And she was really pushing Kenyan music. This is what Pinye said. Because of the quality that, because unajua unataka kucheza ngoma ya Asha, ngoma ya 50 Cent, alafu unataka kucheza Manyake. Unajua na hizi za so you're trying to see the quality. What he said is all those songs that could not make the beat because of either quality ama nini ama alikuwa anapeanga Muthoni Buika acheze huko. But people don't know that until now that he said it. Many people don't know that. So you're still thinking Muthoni Buika at least Pinya alikuwa mtiaji but
ende alikuplug.
Anakuplug pande hii. I'd really want to hear that story from him, and then I'd want to hear it from a few artists.
Yes.
Those who didn't make it, and those who are just okay.
Yes.
And those who are balanced. Those who never really feel like Pinye helped me, but he didn't. Just to get, and other DJs as well.
Yes.
Yeah. And probably other producers. I'm a producer, I'm a curator. So you show, especially Mtuka Athake.
Yes.
At some point, they were really doing it with Athake. So let me hear it from someone else. Because Pinye might say something that makes a lot of sense, but because he beefy ko too, it won't make sense to you.
Yes.
But maybe if someone else said it,
Sure.
maybe
we hope Pinye atakam na he will
One day
really
he
make
will.
it.
One day he will.
Na
That's
tukibaki
for sure.
tukibaki tu hapo kwa hiyo space ya media. We had started na NRG has recruited a new team.
Yes, I'm so glad one of young upcoming, I can't really say he's my friend because itakani kando na mdandia sai.
Yes.
But he's a boy I've seen grown.
Yeah.
I can consider him my friend. And actually the very first time I played at Paris Mirema, I called him and he MC'd for me because he's always been asking me, Mazee, naweza come niko hype.
Yeah.
Most of the places I'm playing, okay, I'm used to doing it myself. But I felt like Paris and what I was seeing and how things were, it really needs an MC.
Yes.
Yeah. So I called him. And he's one of the guys who was picked. I'm so happy for MC Breezy.
Awesome.
Breezy.
Big up to Breezy, man.
Yeah, Breezy. Sasa ametoka Moshadha huko, amekuwa mtu wa Kitale huko nini sasa. Amekita mizi yako Nairobi, amekanyanga na miguu yote mbili. A lot of things have been said about that.
Yeah.
I'm not really that energy is not really my age, but I listen to it. But nimesikia watu wakizusha again, watu watazusha tu. Of course vitu kazi zikikuja watu watazusha. Sasa hapo labda kuachie wewe kama Gen Z.
No, mimi si Gen Z, bro. Hey bro, mimi si Gen Z.
When were you born?
Umerifus.
I am 30, bro.
When were you born?
93.
Umepita Gen Z na miaka 4. Gen Z ni wa 97.
Gen Z ni kwanza 97 ama 99, bro.
97 to 2012.
That's Gen
Umepita
Z.
kidogo tu.
But asi tuko hapo katikati. Si ndio ama piano babies. So with
what was the controversy about it? Because I every time I go to TikTok and I Nazusha, sijui nani was picked. She's got Boina.
Yeah, ni dem ana
kwa sababu ali trend
content yake ni ya kukula.
What?
I think ni NRG is a fresh vibe kind of space.
Yeah. It is very
These
fresh.
are the people that they are talking about. Boina has done her thing on TikTok. Alichukuliwa, people are talking, is it about her influence online? We don't see the experience with radio. But pia tunasahau NRG is also a space where in a breed was.
It's never taken anyone who's experienced in radio.
It has never. Exactly, and that is the point. Haijaichukua msako na experience, so we pick you.
Maybe there is, I don't know. But
no, the only people who experience ni akina Mwalimu Recho. Mwalimu Recho.
Actually, Mwalimu Recho.
When you talk of Mwalimu Recho,
because I remember they took Kameni had never done radio. I don't think Kameni had done radio. Kibi had never done radio. Maybe Case had done radio, but not conventional radio. I think they had their own online radio or something. But it worked.
But for
it works for them.
Yo ya kina Boina, I really don't know much. Ni hizi za hapa pale, I didn't follow up, but big up to the DJs who got
Yeah, actually for me, I was just happy that they're giving young DJs. And I think there was a lot of them who went through the process, nanini. Then eventually they picked some.
Manze nataka big up boy wangu.
Shout out to
Leo the DJ. Leo is at NRG right now.
Man,
you know, big up to Leo. Kina JR wako NRG, big up to Lizzy.
Kina JR ni wakongwe bwana.
No, but we do.
Yaro jambiwa poa.
Ujaambiwa no like I don't know wamekita mizizi kwa nini. JR ni mtu JR ni celeb bwana. You know, so for someone like Leo, I know this really means the world.
Leo is new.
Leo.
Yeah,
Leo is not
really new, but last the last time I was Leo, he was playing at Tamasha.
Yes. Right now he's at Space.
Then Space next door, Nakuru. Yeah, you get, so you know that jump and now you're on NRG. That's why nikisema kina JR ni wakongo. You know, these guys are flying all over the place every day. So
big up.
So it's Leo only? Am I there's another DJ? I know there's Leo and I MC Breezy. I don't know if there's any other DJ.
And I'll look into it.
Boina overshadow.
What was that?
So I don't know who else was taken.
I'll look into the
but
list.
For me, I'd say Breezy, Leo, because you're the ones I'm interested in.
Yes. Big up.
This is something I also tell DJs. You might work or you might be performing at the best club.
Yes.
It does not mean you're the best DJ.
True.
You still have to work hard to be the best DJ. Performing at the best club does not make you the best DJs. Many DJs fall for that. Unapata job mazesa iwe ndo kopale unajiona wewe ndio umeshafika. The day unatolewa hapo yani hakuna mtu mwingine anakutaka busy. That's when you realize you are not really the best.
Yeah.
So the same thing. There's so many guys on radio even as we speak. But there are guys on radio who are doing better than other guys on radio.
Yes.
You get. So the fact that you guys have just hit that jackpot as per presumably
it doesn't
mean that you are now on top. You still have to work your ass off to be on top. Go back and check 5-6 years ago when Exclusive started his Friday night show.
Yes.
You know, it was just let me get this slot and do something. You know, right now he's untouchable. He's even being poached. As testament to you putting in work and work. And you get, there are guys who've been on radio longer than Exclusive.
Yeah.
But they're not where he is. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. You guys have got an opportunity. You've joined one of the most vibrant radio stations, especially for your young crowd. Grow with them, but make sure you push yourself so hard. Because I don't understand. Si wale tuko radio lakini mazee umse ni celeb kutushinda. Aje bana. How does that happen?
Yeah.
Nafikiria ni it's you can't really peg something on it, but ni work ni time pia we should understand kuna kuaga na time ya kila mtu. And then kuna Gordo, let's be honest, there are DJs who are not famous but are making the money. Kuna watu wana make dough, they are making a living, you know, and they are not famous, and they have actually wako na gigs back to back. Ukitaka kumuita leo utampata. He's not famous, you don't know him, but
am I famous?
Yeah, you are.
Gordo litokea wapi by the way suddenly? Mimi siko na juu jamaa.
Are you serious?
I used to know Gordo the name.
So umeona Azim famous nimempea sana.
Mimi niko najua jina Gordo kwa kumsikia. Like niko najua ni OG Kisumu Kilandu tu hivi.
Ni Gordo. Lazima utafute Gordo.
Yeah.
Sikia.
So juzi tu jamaa namuona tu kwa club zote niko namuona kitambo. Are you becoming famous? Why are you famous? Is you famous again?
It is so embarrassing that Tomani of all the people is asking me that question. Yet I sat down with him and gave my story for 3 hours on this podcast. That if he listened to us,
swali yangu.
Enda uone.
Haujaelewa swali yangu.
Mzee msee ametokea tu.
Bro nimeran Paris mwaka na.
Yes.
Juzi tu like I knew Gordo kwa pia mimi uangalia page zingine za wasee nani ana pop huku huyu nani squeeze tu ni godo kwa nini kitambo siko naona
I think from ile podcast ni cultivate
ukiona godo mara mbili tatu sasa ukiona
so hata wewe ukisema uonagi posters zangu unaangalia gakina nani
that thing wanasemanga the red car effect.
Yes.
That if you discuss a red car, sasa mkitoka sasa all of a sudden unaona tu magari za red. So probably mko like godo. Sasa maybe nitaanza kuona posters.
Sasa unaanza kuona sasa
ndio like posters za umsezi, posters za umsezi.
So tukindini hiyo story ya radio. Bro, there's something that is popping up. So you can may notice. There are DJs from TZ, tuna import DJs TZ, SA. What's happening?
Kenya is
nalemewa ma DJ mnalemewa
no
are you sure Tomani
lazima tuite jamaa kupiga watu mtu ana mpwempwe
watu wana but see
anatuletea do itabeki mmepiga ma chain ma convertible
na tutoe mashati
vitambu tuone yani mpwempwe.
But let me ask you how many times have we had Kenyan DJs going to play in TZ? Kenyan DJs going to play in Uganda. Exactly. Kenyan DJs playing in South Sudan. Kenyan DJs playing Skuzi Dubai imekuwa ni kama ni extension ya Mirema pale. Joeflex kuna siku amepiga Dubai alafu kesho yake yako Mirema.
We bad.
Aisha kuna siku amepiga
sijapenda mahali unaelekea.
Amepiga Dubai.
Hiyo si Mirema, hiyo ni Paris.
Sawa, Paris. Let me specify. Paris.
Yani ali fly from one country to another.
Yes.
Wewe jua hiyo.
Yeah, so
international bado ana maintain international.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So we've been DJs that guys in our region look up to. Yeah. And if there's space for them to come, let them come. I'll be like, let them come. And I told, if I go back to my Instagram and all that, I started telling guys about Ali B 3 years ago. 2021 is 3 years ago, right? Started telling guys about Ali B. I have those clips I can share.
Yes.
Here's copyright strike them. You can plug them.
We can plug them.
When I was telling you guys, watch out for these DJs. Yes. Watch out for this guy. More than 3 years ago. So I'm interested in DJing not just in Kenya and just all over. And I've had communication with most of them. In fact, this is what Ali B told me 3 years ago. Gordo, bro, like, get me a gig in Nairobi. I will cater for everything. I'll foot
my bill.
I'll foot everything. Yes. Just get me a gig. But I promise you, bro, they will call me back. And they will pay me what I want.
That's good, man.
He told me that 3 years ago. Okay, 3 years ago, sikuanga huko na niona. Sasa sikuwa na kujua na tafuta. I tried talking to guys, you know, like, can we get these guys? I remember talking to John Falme, Shinani, like Nick D. I think I spoke to Nick D as well. It was like, it's easier to plug in when you're playing. It's at no cost. Can we do this? But I think many guys didn't know him by then. But I started following him. I started seeing his videos, Nini, the vibe, and I was like, this guy is a monster. I even tried to approach Tunnel. Like, because I know Tunnel do Tanzania night. It's DJ Sama who does it. Which I don't know if it is offensive again, because Sama is also my boy. So I'm thinking, Sama kizasikia Gordo ndiye anajaribu kuplug DJ mwingine kwa hii gigi.
Inakuwa noma.
Unanimaliza.
But Sama anaweza leta alibi sasa. Alibi
you know, so I was just thinking about that because their friends they started almost the same time, and you know, but I was just thinking like, this guy needs to come to Kenya. This guy needs to get it. People need to experience it. And that was 2021. Now it's happening.
But unajua kuna kitu ina happen na wa TZ. You heard the story of Diamond. I think was it Gabu talking about it. Etta Dadion has spoken about it. They went for
Mamas.
It was Mamas.
Yeah.
And Diamond said the same thing that Ali B said. Siku moja watanitafuta. I'll do it for free, but one day mtanipigia. So I think wasa wana push kuna hiyo intentionality ya I have to lazima
then here's what I like about it. Like we've been talking about the whole day.
Yeah.
When one guy starts to push in a direction, as sheep we might follow that.
Everyone.
So now Diomi has done it. Sama has done it. Now Alibi has done it on another level because it's not just that he's good at DJing. The social aspect of it, the social media. So it's created a buzz and all that, you know. So it's really opened up for guys to look at the Tanzanian market. You get? So kina KG, kina Nani, you know, like all those other guys. Yeah, he's opening up doors for them, which is good. And that's how people did for us. Kina Pinye used to go to TZ, Kina Styles used to go to UG, Kidogo everyone is going to UG. And so I'm like, I'll say what Nani said, Babu Tale once, when we complained about, when Kenyans were complaining about Tanzanians performing here, their music being playing here, and they'll be like, these guys, you're complaining when someone is in your living room, forgetting that at some point you're actually in their bedroom. You get that?
Yeah.
So at some point it was we Kenyans, we were all over. We were in Tanzania, we were where? We are all over. You know, today a DJ has come here, or 2-3 DJs have come here, we already start to say, hey, you guys,
unachukua kazi.
So tunasahau at some point we were in there. Even Nigerian DJs are here.
Yeah.
Hii ingia Kilimani huku kina Seme kina nani and there's a crowd for them pia, because how many Nigerians are here?
A lot.
If I am a proprietor of a club and Nigerians are like majority of my clientele, don't you think it makes sense for me if I also had a Nigerian DJ? Yeah, so there's a market. There's a market for everyone. I don't think it's a problem. I just keep telling DJs, watch out for these guys. Hii mambo ya kujipiga kifua, Kenyans are the best DJs.
Tunafika mali tunaongea sana.
Make sure you're above average.
Yes.
That's what I said when I was doing my monologues during COVID. You keep saying we are the best. We are the best. Unajua, but ni kwa sababu unahesabu Joeflex ataniinua hapo na nini, unajua battle ikitokea wewe utaenda ama wewe we are the best, unajua kuna watu watatu represent. So what we say is, if this is the average, if the average is say 60, make sure you are above average. Make sure wewe kwa hawa DJ wa Kenya unaanza wewe uko juu. Usikuwa wale wako huko chini ya average, lakini wewe ndio unapiga kusema Kenya iko na madj wa noma. Kuwa huko juu. Yeah, but at the end of the day it's okay. It's okay for me.
Sure.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It's totally okay for me. Anything else you're forgetting?
Yeah, on top of that, by the way, they are also wame take over the digital space. You know, you've seen that. Last time we were having a chat, there's a DJ you mentioned. Kwanza ukiingia TikTok, there's a boy from Uganda anaitwa Rishad. DJ Rishad. That guy anapiga fit. He's Ugandan, bro.
Let me tell you the one thing that I really like about Rishad. This guy has a simple setup. He's using 800s. I think they're Mark II. 800 Mark IIs. I'm not sure, but they're 800s. And a Rain 62. Hiyo sasa ukiweka pale Paris DJ wakuja wanateta.
Actually alianza na SL57.
No, but I'm saying
2024.
That's what I'm saying now. You ni machine Rain 62 kieka I think ndo mulikuanga now. The first time I played first time I played I think there was a 62. You say DJ wa sahi wa Kenya akikuja sahi hapo ipate anashafura yake. Hata kuambia lakini ashafura yake yote. This guy Rich has this thing and it does wonders. You get and it's not just him. There are a couple of DJs from UG. There are a couple of DJs from TZ again, kina KG, kina Nani. Guys are doing marvelous things. Things that 10-15 years ago we only thought it's Kenyans who could do. Yes. They are catching up. But also I like what Kenyans are doing. Kuna kina CT, kina Bray, kina Wolverine,
Mr. C.
Mr. C has taken over because this thing has become now a thing. And Mr. T is on the forefront. Mr. C is on the forefront. These things are wordplay, tone play, and it's become really a thing. Not just here in Kenya. It's and the DJ circles worldwide, that tone play and anything, it's a thing.
It's a big thing.
And Mr. C is on it, and he's really deep on it.
Yeah.
Oh, I saw he actually got a gig with Sido. That would be very interesting. Sometimes I think we get outside the box, like think beyond the norm.
I saw his interview. Niliangukia to interview yake, by the way. I think it was KBC ama it was some station.
C, Mr. C or Sido?
Mr. C. I think it was KBC ama Yeah, and he spoke about the fact that he also produces music.
Yeah, he's
just a DJ. I didn't know that about him.
Yeah, I think with what he does, I don't know. There was a time I knew Vynil Mr. C. He used to have set up your keyboard, and he used to have a music production setup. That's when I knew him, and he was really doing things. Nico like, uchali, anafanya something.
I've seen also Sir M.
Yes, Sir M.
I've seen Sir M. There's a thing they do.
So Sir M did
with Mutoria. I think it was Mutoria.
Yeah.
Mutoria was on the keys, and then he was DJing, and I'm like, this is the exciting things you want to see.
And actually, Sir M has been hosted on it was the living room something. What is that? There's a show on YouTube. We'll plug it.
It's called the charismatic one.
No, there's something, I don't know, the apartment or living room thing.
So
you see what like Red Bone is doing. There's some guys in France, I think I'm working Apartment Life, Apartment Life. He has been featured on Apartment Life. Now, Apartment Life, I went and looked through the YouTube page. Like, it's awesome. They have more of what Lockdown does. So they have different DJs doing this concept where you're in the living room.
You see, the world has become a small village.
Yeah, man.
So it's very easy for you to sell your name out there just because of these small opportunities and
So
kila saa simu Tomani Friday
burudani.
So you go like, yo, you guys, I'm free. This, can we do apartment, whatever. And it's for worldwide audience.
It's very good. Ukuona Mr. C had walifanya na Dope Caesar.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
that was very good.
Mr. T did with Dope Caesar. Sir M has done with Apartment Life.
And he also hosted Ayan. She's called Ayan. There's this chick who also does those 2 videos kwa YouTube. She's very good. And she's come to Kenya like twice now.
Awesome.
So that's what I'm saying. I'm okay with guys coming. It means we are seeing them.
Yes.
So if we put ourselves out there, guys will also see us.
Yes. We do it.
And Dubai shago karibu. Sasa tumeingia Australia sasa ndio imeanza kukua kama bedroom huko. Sababu Dubai is already here. Yeah, all this is online.
Awesome.
Like even Gibbs. Gibbs is just online. I mean, he was just there. He was doing his thing. Nanini. He did a couple of lockdown sessions. They are very good. And, all of a sudden, things are just moving. So, I mean, if you're going to Australia and you're going to Dubai, like another thing, we can't be complaining when someone is just not even using a visa. Kutoka TZ. We okay. Tanzanians, you're welcomed. Come through. Alibi, Diomi, Sama, KG, all of you. You guys come through. You're welcome.
Awesome.
Yeah,
and it opens open up the
and
industry.
Uganda. Now you guys start to see the way you're coming. Aluda, Selector J, Brian, all of you.
Rwanda.
Do I know a DJ in Rwanda? There's a DJ I did a gig with in Rwanda, but he was more an event DJ. Yeah, those ones for I do weddings, I do what.
Somali.
His name,
Somali? Hey, bro.
I've done a gig in South Sudan, but most of those DJs were Kenyans who were there. Mix styles. The guy who remixed that song, this guy who ended up being employed at Ghetto Radio. Bonoko. I'm talking to Jinsies. There's someone who was interviewed and they say, oh, jamaa sijui nini hata ako nini sijui alikuwa nini Bonoko. So this guy took that Bonoko because it was famous and then he made beats for it.
Wait,
so it became like a song.
The Bonoko song was remixed by someone from out of Kenya?
Ni msee wa Kenya. But alikuanga nini South Sudan.
But the funny enough, unajua video ni nani juu unasema hapa? That's Kabiwa Jesus, bro. Sio mwizi alikutiliwa pale Ghana. That is Kabiwa Jesus.
The one talking about
the one who's talking kwa hiyo interview anakuaga on the microphone. That's Kabiwa Jesus.
Allah.
Yeah, man. So yeah. Again, we are on the vinyl space to tumepiga story, man. It was a good one. Always every week tunafanya hivi. Now this is the gang. Tomani, before we kabla tumalizie.
Yeah.
Okay? One of the biggest things tunasemaga hapa ni kuinform wase. Let's talk about how DJs charge. We won't talk of the figures, it's different, but what really gives value to a certain amount? Usikwe, you don't look, usiende mahali useme pesa fulani msea kuangalia kishindo, okay bro, okay.
I hope uko na battery ya kukulast another 2 hours because this topic
I was about to but
topic inakuwa kama 3 hours 2 hours na wasewa
for how long?
Tuko how long? 1 hour. Yes.
Itakuwa noma. So on the next one, actually
kila mtu research kuja itakuwa episode yake.
Hii itakuwa its own episode. That's why I wanted to put it up there. 1 hour down the line, we've actually covered most of the things we want to cover today, and I hope kuna mse uko nje imemsaidia on something.
By the way, this ni chill vibe too. DJ wanapiga story. Hopefully we'll be having guests now moving forward. Topic two stories are DJing and entertainment in general, but from a DJ's perspective or from the DJ industry perspective. So you probably have guys, he's not a DJ, but there's a way he's operating with DJs and any other person that likes. I'd want to have even fans. Mafans tu achana na wale mafans watiaje wale nataka tu fan tu akawaida mse tu akaa mtu kaa chini tu hapa hebu tuambie madiji wanga na wabo kwa nini madiji wana so any and everything that is entertainment and especially from the DJ side this is a place to be
kabisa man. Yeah man, the vinyl space. So we are here to entertain, educate.
So is this episode 1 or is this episode, are we doing continuation or this is say like Chaxi says episode 1 we are done.
So no, this is episode 8 Maja episode 1.
Okay.
Yeah, vinyl space episode 8 Maja episode 1. And this is the vinyl space man. Always and always and always I go by the name DJ Joeflex.
I go by the name Tomani Shere. Asanteni sana for keeping vinyl space.
Yeah.
Lazima tu rekebisha watu. Alafu jo, kazi itafutwi na WhatsApp.
Ndio umemalizia hapo.
Umemaliza.
And of course this is the guru.
Yeah.
DJ Gordo is my name. They're now famous. You said I'm becoming famous.
You're becoming famous.
I'm becoming famous. 3
you are
years
becoming.
Last year I'm becoming.
You are.
Nico, you told I'm famous.
You're famous, Gordo.
I am.
Yeah, you are.
Mbona niko na 5,000. Huni follow mazi. Huyu jamaa nipatie gig. Ananiambia wewe bado uko 5,000 followers mazi. Anyway, it's been a pleasure you guys. See you on the next one.
Yeah, mazi, see you on the next one. Cheers.